How do you really stand out and land that senior management or VP position? It's more than just having a great resume. It's about showcasing your vision and leadership. And today I've got three crucial tips that will help you succeed in those executive level interviews and propel your career forward. All right, let's dive into key tip number one. Get them thinking into the future. When you are interviewing for a senior role, the conversation needs to shift beyond just your past achievements. While your background and credentials are important, your interviewers, especially the senior ones, need to imagine that their life and their company will be like with you in this role. You are not just trying to be serviceable, you want to show that you will help them moving forward strategically. So, how do you do this? It's simple but powerful. You need to shift the discussion to the future. Ask them about their goals, their ambitions, where they see the company going, and exactly what they want to accomplish. Once you have that articulated and that understanding, you precisely how you're going to achieve this goal, walk them through the future step by step, outlining for actions you would take. For instance, when asked about a long-term goal of the company, if hired, you should explain your strategy for increasing company performance both internally and externally, perhaps by strengthening international presence, brand reach, or increasing domestic market growth with a new investment or software rollout. This demonstrates that you are a visionary leader focused on driving the company forward and achieving strategic goals. Moving on, key tip number two, be inclusive and inspiring. At a senior level, leaders are not just managers. They are seen as a high tide that has to lift all the boats. They are people who build more leaders, not just followers. You need to convey that you are excellent at inspiring others and building effective teams. One of the most effective ways to do this is by making specific references to other people you've interviewed during the process. Think about those conversations you had with colleagues, internal customers, or even staff during earlier rounds. By mentioning insights they shared or positive interaction you had. For example, Catherine said when I was talking to her, she said something about this, and it really struck me. You plant seeds in the interviewer's mind. These seeds suggest that you are interested, you are inclusive, and they can already begin to see you as part of their team working collaboratively with others. This goes beyond just talking about your team building skills in general sense. It shows you are already engaging with the organization and fostering positive relationships, which is built on setting high standards, recognizing achievements, and consistency. And finally, key tip number three, ask questions that lead to follow-up questions. When it's your turn to ask questions, avoid those that lead to dead-end answers. These are questions where a single answer from the interviewer ends the line of inquiry, sending a message that you are a puddle skipper who doesn't inquire deeply for information. This can imply you are not well researched or thoughtful enough to gather all the information needed for sound decisions. Instead, demonstrate that you are well researched and thoughtful by asking follow-up questions and drilling down into topics. This approach assures interviewers that you will obtain all necessary information to make sound decisions when given the autonomy to lead a team, a unit, or a division. It shows you are not someone who skims the surface and might make mistakes due to a superficial understanding. Your decision-making approach should blend data-driven analysis with intuitive judgment, encompassing market analysis, competitive insights, and financial forecasts. and engaging the teams of leaders for diverse viewpoints. This strategic questioning reflects your ability to solve complex problems and remain calm under pressure, acting as a positive role model. So, to recap the three essential keys to getting to that senior role: get them thinking into the future, shift the conversation from your past to their company's future with you in it, detailing your strategic plan. Second, be inclusive and inspiring. Show you are a leader, lift all team members by referencing interactions with other stakeholders during the interview process. Ask questions that leads to follow-up questions. Demonstrate your depth of thoughts and research by drilling down into topics. Mastering these three areas will significantly enhance your candidacy for any senior management position, allowing you to effectively discuss your strengths and vision with prospective employers. These roles demand leadership excellence, strategic insights, and the capacity to drive transformative change. If you found these tips helpful, please comment or subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter or contact me for career advice. And good luck on your journey to that senior role.